Crisis between Okwama community in Ewu Kingdom of Ughelli South Local Government Area and Okoloba community in Bamali Local Government Area of Delta State took a new twist on Thursday as some military personnel alongside other soldiers were shot, beheaded and kidneys harvested by a yet-to-be-identified armed group who ambushed the troops while in Okwama community to free a kidnapped youth from Okoloba community. It was gathered that the armed group opened fire on a team of the Military Joint Task Force, JTF, who were on a mission to rescue the hostage from the community. There was reports that armed men of Okwama community had unaware ambushed an indigent of Okoloba community in Bomadi local government area over the lingering land dispute between the two communities. Yes, about 4 p.m. yesterday, Wednesday, Okwama youths led ambush again and kidnapped one, Mr. Anthony Abo from Okoloba community and took him to their community. Moved by the precarious security situation, the chairman of Okoloba community alerted the DPO Bomadi Police Division, JTF Bomadi Division, the SSS Bomadi, as well as the Civil Defense Corps. Consequently, the JTF swiftly swung into action and moved to Okwama to rescue the hostage. But, on sighting the JTF personnel, the youths of Okwama, aided by hired mercenaries from various Ewu communities, opened fire on them upon their arrival towards the community waterfront, and the situation is extremely tense at the moment. As I'm talking to you, the Bomadi JTF commander with one other soldier are reportedly held hostage and taken to the creek towards Ewu, and nobody knows their whereabouts. More so, detailed, early information on the incident reported on Thursday by anonymous source. Photographs of some of the recovered corpses of the soldiers in Delta State were seen to have been beheaded, while the stomachs and hearts of others were ripped off. A video currently trending on social media indicated that houses are being burnt in Okwama community in Ewu Kingdom. The authenticity of the video is yet to be completely verified. At the NDDC jetty in the coastal Delta community, the bodies of the commanding officer and the two killed majors were seen floating by the river bank as others were separated on land, according to residents who accompanied their accounts with photographs of beheaded, mutilated bodies recovered from river. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has ordered the immediate investigation and arrest of those involved in the killing of a commanding officer, 2 majors, 1 captain and 12 soldiers of 181 Amphibious Battalion, Bomadi Local Government Area of Delta State. Tuko Gusau, the acting director of information at the Defense Headquarters, said in a statement on Saturday that 16 Nigerian soldiers on a peace mission were surrounded by youths and killed on Thursday in Okwama in Ughelli South Local Government Area of Delta State. The Defense Headquarters statement indicated that the troops of 181 Amphibious Battalion, Bomadi Local Government Area of Delta State while on peace mission to Okwama Community Delta State were surrounded by some community youths and killed on Thursday the 14th of March 2024. The unfortunate incident occurred when the troops responded to a distress call after the communal crisis between the Okwama and Okoloba communities both in Delta State. The reinforcement team led by the commanding officer was also attacked, leading to the death of the commanding officer, 2 majors, 1 captain and 12 soldiers. The Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Christopher Gwabin Musa has directed the immediate investigation and arrest of those involved in the heinous crime. The occurrence has been reported to the Delta State government. However, the military remains focused and committed to its mandate of maintaining peace and security in the country. So far, a few arrests have been made while steps in place to unravel the motive behind the attack. Additional details later, a military source reportedly said, the commander and his men were taken unaware while on their way back to the waterfront after a deadlocked round-table discussion in the Okwama community hall over the kidnapped youth. The source reiterated, we were coming back to our boats after the unfruitful discussion to release the kidnapped victim of Okoloba community. Suddenly, there were rains of bullets coming from all directions and some of us managed to escape. Many people were killed during the ambush, including a former honorable member from Okoloba community, who reported the matter to the JTF. But, the commander and other officers were held hostage and taken to an unknown destination towards the creek opposite the community. The military source said that 22 military men were confirmed dead at Okwama community, and among them are 1 lieutenant colonel, 2 majors, 1 captain and 18 soldiers. We learned that the lifeless body of the kidnapped youth, Mr. Anthony Abo, had been recovered floating on River Forkedos. A resident of Okoloba community reportedly said, "We found the lifeless body of Mr. Anthony Abo floating on River Forkedos near Ayakorobo community, and like other victims, he was blindfolded with hands tied behind his back." Meanwhile, the senator representing Delta Central Senatorial District, Senator Ede Dafilon, has called on the people involved in the carnage at Okwama community in Ugeli South local government area to shift their swords for the sake of humanity. The Delta Central lawmaker also called on the state and federal government to urgently intervene to de-escalate the crisis. In a news report capturing the senator's statement, it was recalled that the leadership of Okwama community had raised alarm of alleged military invasion of their community on Thursday, March 14, 2024 following a land dispute with neighboring community of Okoloba in Bomadi local government area, which led to the death of 3 young men, with women and children displaced, and with many buildings razed down. Senator Dafilon, while reacting to the report on the death of the soldiers, 3 Okwama community's youths, and the alleged burning down of properties in Okwama community, described the incident as very unfortunate. While sympathizing with the military authority over the loss of their men, called on them to observe the military rules of engagement while dealing with civilians. He also called on the leaders and the people of Okwama to remain calm, urging the federal and state government to expedite action to arrest the ugly situation from degenerating into another humanitarian crisis. According to Senator Dafilon, "I want to appeal for calm by the warring factions in the unfortunate incident that occurred in Okwama community in Ugeli South local government area of Delta State on Thursday and Friday, leading to the needless death of about 18 persons including soldiers. The federal government must, as a matter of urgency, set up a high-power independent panel to investigate the remote causes of this crisis, in order to bring whoever that may be involved in the killing of Nigerian civilians and soldiers to be brought to book. I wish to appeal to the authority of the Nigerian Army to act discreetly in this situation, that they should not allow their emotions take better part of their professional judgment by toning down their operations and observe the rules of engagement while dealing with civilians at Okwama. I also wish to call on our people in Okwama to shun any act of violence that could further escalate this crisis, which could have been avoided if both parties allowed reason to prevail. The National Emergency Management Agency should also reach out and provide relief materials to the people of Okwama, many of whom have been rendered homeless and are now living in surrounding bushes." Senator Ede Dafilon, Delta Central Senatorial District, 16th March 2024.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.